To easily get a piece of cake in major music markets like Japan, China, Europe, and America, Korean entertainment companies not only recruit trainees from these countries to join their idol groups, but also established independent groups dedicated to a certain music market. So it is not difficult to find K-pop groups without a single Korean member. This has caused many obstacles and limitations in the process of building the reputation of these groups when they are stuck in the title K-pop group. Number 1. Niziki. In 2020, JYP Entertainment officially launched the group Niziki through the survival reality show Niziki Project, with 9 members who are all Japanese: Mako, Ryo, Maya, Riku, Ayaka, Mayuka, Rima, Mihi, and Nina. The group quickly received great popularity when releasing their pre-debut song, Make You Happy. Aside from the attention, Niziki's future direction seems very confusing. Many questions have been raised. Firstly, despite being trained like a K-pop group, Niziki debuted in the Japanese market and sang entirely in Japanese. This has left netizens in confusion as they don't know if Niziki is a K-pop or J-pop group. Some netizens discontentedly commented, "Is this even a K-pop group? They sing in Japanese, speak in Japanese, even the members are all Japanese. Is Niziki categorized as K-pop or J-pop on the charts of other countries? I'm really confused." Not only that, many Koreans feel uncomfortable when this so-called K-pop group does nothing to contribute to the K-pop industry, as they are only active in Japan. One netizen said, "I don't mean to blame Niziki and JYP, but obviously the Japanese will pretend that their J-pop culture is very successful." Secondly, as for the concept, it can be seen that Niziki is 90% similar to Twice. Both groups have 9 members and follow a sweet and cute style. Many people even called Niziki the younger version of Twice. This makes many Twice fans dissatisfied because for them, one Twice is more than enough. The third thing is how it works. According to JYP, Niziki will be active mainly in Japan and then expand to Korea as well as other countries. But the problem is, if Niziki wants to conquer the international market, they must first be recognized in Korea and have a solid fandom there to be able to take the next step, because K-pop is now the biggest music wave in Asia. However, due to the focus on promoting in Japan, Niziki's fandom in Korea is not stable. This means that, compared to pure K-pop groups, Niziki will find it much more difficult to reach the international market. Number 2. Wavy. Wavy is NCT's 4th small group operating in China and the first group of NCT operating outside of Korea, consisting of 7 members who are all Chinese: Kun, Ten, Winwin, Lucas, Hendry, Xiaojun, and Yangyang. Although they all possess bold charisma and belong to a big company, it is still quite hard for them to achieve high recognition in Korea due to the complicated way of operation. Even a large number of netizens don't recognize Wavy as a K-pop group, since they were set up to conquer the Chinese market and mainly operate in this country. Just like Niziki, Wavy had to face controversies right from their debut, as netizens didn't know how to define them. Though the main market of Wavy was announced by SM from the beginning, there were still many questions that have not been answered. The problem here is that when creating Wavy, SM has set the goal of using China as a lever for Wavy to enter the international market, along with promoting the group in Korea, proving that SM wants their group to have a certain place in the hearts of the Korean public, who have the ability in deciding the success or failure of a K-pop group. However, it seems difficult for Wavy to gain a huge Korean fanbase like other pure K-pop groups. Thus, the group's path to international markets is still very far away. Number 3. EXP Edition. EXP Edition comes from the pilot project of Bora Kim, a Korean postgraduate student in the US. EXP Edition debuted with 4 members: Frankie, Shimei, Hunter, and Koki. All of them come from New York and are completely unfamiliar with Korean culture. These 4 young men debuted just a few months later after coming to Seoul, something that trainees from local companies take almost a decade. In April 2017, EXP Edition officially released their product titled Feel Like This, with the ambition to change the K-pop industry with an unprecedented new lineup. This MV shared many similarities with the typical MV of a mid-range K-pop boy group, but it definitely lacks something. The Korean pronunciation is awkward, the scenes and the props are all relatively limited, and what's worse, the characteristic of K-pop MVs, which is the choreography, is obviously not in this MV. EXP Edition was even criticized by netizens as they thought that the 4 boys only used the K-pop label to attract attention. The debut of EXP Edition really confused Korean netizens, and many claimed that the group was completely not a K-pop one. When considering EXP Edition's position in the music industry, music expert Scott Interrante said, "People react negatively to them instinctively because they have a common sense of what K-pop is and what it is not, and EXP Edition deliberately challenges it." The cold reaction of the public made the EXP Edition second product, Stress, though well invested, failed to break down the barriers. As a result, after a period of facing controversies, the group slowly disappeared in the K-pop world. Number 4. Z-Girls and Z-Boys. Z-Girls and Z-Boys are the two multinational groups under the Z-Pop Dream Project that once caused a stir in the online community because none of the members are Korean, though they debuted as a K-pop group. The appearance of these two groups led to many mixed opinions surrounding the lineup and their 100% English songs. The two main questions posed by the public are whether Z-Boys and Z-Girls are considered a true K-pop group, and what is the path for these boys and girls to succeed in a strict market like Korea. Specifically, these two multinational groups could not appear on Korean music shows due to the huge barrier. In an interview, producer Jun Kang, the founder of Z-Pop Dream Project, shared, "The two groups really want to be on Korean music programs, but the barrier is too high. I have been working in this industry for 30 years and have many relationships, but still can't manage to get them into Korean music shows. They tell us they want songs in Korean. Korean songs in Korean music programs, this is an unwritten law. Whereas all the songs of Z-Boys and Z-Girls are performed in English. If they maintain this strategy, chances are, the day when these two multinational groups can be on Korean music programs is still very far away." However, with all the above disadvantages, it seems that non-Korean groups will continue to emerge. Patty Ahn, communication professor specializing in Korean pop culture at the University of California, USA, said, "With their flexibility, entertainment companies and groups will always change to adapt. They will experiment, take risks, adjust, and try again. The evidence is that some music products from Niziki and Wavy are well received by the audience. Specifically, Niziki's MV Make You Happy has reached 100 million views after just 2 months of release. For a foreign girl group that has not yet debuted, like Niziki, this is for sure an achievement that not all groups can have." As for Wavy, not long after the group's first mini-album, Take Off, was officially released, Wavy topped the iTunes album charts of a total of 30 different countries and regions. Though it is difficult to predict if these groups are capable of making a worldwide impact like BTS and Blackpink have done, everything has exceptions. Maybe, in the near future, we will enjoy more of their international quality music products. So what do you think of these non-Korean groups? Which group do you find the most promising in winning the hearts of Korean and international audiences? Feel free to share your thoughts by commenting down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV because more intriguing videos are waiting for you ahead. Thank you for watching.